I believed paradise had arrived the day I purchased that mountain cabin. It became my haven, my hard-earned prize after decades of toil, invisible sacrifices, restless nights forging a life I could claim as my own. That retreat embodied every longing I'd harbored: serenity, solitude, the whisper of wind in pines, and the luxury of answering to no one. I'd labored a lifetime for it. Every cent poured into its walls bore the ache of calloused palms, creaking knees, a spine no longer straight, yet it was mine, solely mine. That Friday I drove up unannounced, craving escape from urban clamor, endless duties, ringing phones demanding more. Robert, my son, had grown distant, lately texts clipped, evasive. Sharon, his wife, ignored my calls entirely. I pushed it aside. All I wanted was the cabin, a crackling hearth, steaming tea, and mountain vistas to soothe my spirit. The gravel road crunched beneath my tires. Recent rains left the air heavy with damp soil and sharp pine. That scent always steadied me, reminding me of places where I could shed pretense and simply exist. But cresting the final bend, dread clutched my chest. 3 vehicles sat before the gate. Robert's was one, the others unfamiliar. My pulse quickened, not panic, but the honed instinct of a life hard-lived. I parked at a distance, sat motionless, piecing together the intrusion. No one had sought permission. No one had warned me. Robert had claimed city work when last we spoke. Liar. I stepped out, legs trembling not from frailty but fury restrained. Approaching the door, laughter spilled out raucous, celebratory, underscored by music. Ice flooded my veins. This was my house. I needed no invitation to enter what I'd earned. The living room assaulted me first, my furniture intact, yet everything altered. Family photographs, parents, grandparents, Robert as a boy gone from the walls, strangers' frames, alien trinkets in their place. The dining table groaned under open wine, half-eaten platters, soiled glasses. The fireplace roared, my sanctuary, hijacked for a private revelry. Sharon spotted me first, lounging on my cherished couch, months of hunting to find it with wine in hand, utterly at ease. Our eyes locked, her face twisted into irritation, as if I'd disrupted her perfect interlude. She rose languidly, glass clinking sharply, silencing the room. Robert paled by the window. Beside him sat Joe and Lucy, Sharon's parents, virtual strangers sprawled as if they belonged. Sharon advanced, arms folded, gaze glacial. No welcome, no apology, only a venomous hiss. What do you want here, old trespasser? Silence crashed like a guillotine. All eyes fixed on me, awaiting collapse, contrition, retreat. The pattern I'd followed too long, but something inside Emmy splintered irreparably. Not merely the breach of property, but the brazen disrespect, the gall to cast me as intruder in my own domain. Sharon pressed on, voice swelling with an earned authority. I'm calling the police. You can't barge onto private property. This is trespassing. A strange serenity settled over me. Not surrender, but crystalline resolve. I wouldn't rage, weep, or plead. I'd endure, watch their fabricated world crumble. I smiled, small and steely. Sharon faltered. She'd anticipated hysteria, not composure. Go ahead, I said evenly. Call if you dare. I crossed to the opposing couch, sat, clasped my hands, and met each gaze. Robert avoided mine. Joe and Lucy shifted uneasily. Sharon's phone hovered. Finger frozen, Mipe was unnerved her. "You're not dialing?" I asked gently. "I'm waiting." Robert lurched up, ashen, the guilty child's mask I knew too well. He touched Sharon's shoulder. She shrugged him off, brusquely. "I don't need your consent," she snapped, eyes locked on me. Someone must enforce boundaries. Joe cleared his throat, rising like a self-appointed patriarch. "Mrs. Martin, a misunderstanding. Robert granted us use. Said you were away, authorized it." Blood surged, but I held steady. "So that was the fiction. Robert told you that?" I asked my son. I approved this. He opened his mouth, nothing emerged. His gaze darted, seeking escape. "None existed," Lucy chimed in. "Saccharine, we thought you'd join tomorrow. We prepped for you. Groceries, cleaning." The lie was intricate, almost plausible. But I knew every inch of this house. How I'd left it. This wasn't preparation. It was occupation, erasure. "So Robert deceived you," I stated, words falling like pebbles into still water. "I never consented, never mentioned travel, never knew you'd be here." Silence thickened with unease. Sharon gripped her phone. Robert stared at the floor. "That's untrue," Sharon flared. "Robert wouldn't lie. Your confused age does that." The ageist barb, the gaslight. I'd endured hints. Now it blazed. I rose, slowly, ensuring they saw me fully. "My memory is sharp, Sharon. I recall every exchange." Robert cited work. "You ghosted my calls. This deed bears my name alone. Mortgage paid by my sweat, maintained by my hands. No one enters without my explicit say." I traced an empty frame. "Where are my photographs?" No reply. Sharon averted her eyes. "Upstairs closet," Robert whispered. "We thought to refresh the decor, or erase me?" I countered. Sharon erupted. "Absurd. Robert's your son. He has rights, you always said. Yours would be his. Rights require permission. Respect," I replied icily. "Sneaking in, lying, stripping my memories, branding me trespasser. That's theft, not entitlement." Sharon stepped closer, livid. "Fine, police it is. An agitated woman in our home causing chaos." I smiled again. "Do it." I insist. She dialed, speaker on, hand quivering, yet defiant. Robert sank, head in hands. Joe and Lucy watched like theatergoers. "Local police, emergency?" "Yes." Sharon feigned terror. "A woman broke in, threatening us. Mountain cabin, mile 18, immediate danger. She's irrational, elderly but volatile. We're frightened. Unit en route. Stay safe. Don't engage." Sharon ended dramatically. "Police coming. Leave before it worsens." I remained seated, legs crossed. "I'm staying." Eager to speak with them, her triumph flickered. Robert glanced up, guilt, regret. 20 agonizing minutes crawled, whispers, pacing. Stillness. Then sirens. A patrol car to officers, burly veteran. Young note-taker. Sharon flung the door. "She's inside, won't leave." They entered warily. "The elder, who owns this property?" "I do," I said, rising. "Alice Martin lies," Sharon cut in. "She's my mother-in-law." We had permission. The officer's gaze screamed by a soldier. Woman confused. Domestic squabble. "Proof, ma'am." From my purse, folder of deeds, taxes, utilities, paid mortgage letter. He scanned, expression shifting. The young officer peered. They nodded, all in Mrs. Martin's name. He confirmed. Sharon blanched. "But he's her son." She stammered, Sonship doesn't grant access without consent, the young officer stated. Mrs. Martin says none given. None was, I affirmed. Found them occupying, lying, erasing my presence, called me trespasser. Here's proof I belong. To Sharon, clear lack of permission. Joe muttered, misunderstanding. Deliberate deceit, I corrected. All of you off my property now, young officer. File a complaint. I eyed them Sharon's rage fear. In-laws for innocence. Robert's shame. Liberation surged. Just leave. Elder, vacate immediately or face forced eviction, Sharon protested. Young officer, gather. Belongings 30 minutes, humiliation dawned. But more awaited, officers. Witness this, another folder heavier. Robert, tally the money. I've given you 5 years, he paled. Mom, answer, $42,000 I revealed, down payments, debts, wedding trips, plus $300 monthly. Car insurance, $150 gym. $800 mortgage, share. Total, $68,000. Documents splayed-undeniable.com. Sharon reeled. In-laws squirmed, Robert wept. Mom, Sharon, don't pin this on her. You enabled, lead, erased me. 2 officers, witness, all auto pays. Cancelled now, phone out buttons pressed. Confirmations pinged, Sharon screamed, our car. Thought of that before disrespect. Lucy, cruelty, family. Cruelty is 60-hour weeks for 30 years. Sacrificing dreams, subsidizing you. While you treat me like an ATM. Joe silent, last paper, mortgage copy. Bank notified tomorrow full payment. Yours or foreclosure in 90 days. Silence absolute, officers uneasy. 30 minutes, elder reiterated. Stepping out, Robert approached. Broken, Mom, sorry, didn't mean. Don't blame her, you stood by. Sharon panicked, we'll be ruined. Consequences of excess. Lucy tearful, we're elderly, dependent. I'm 61, self-made. You assumed endless, rescue. 20 minutes. Chaos, packing, zipping, footsteps. No words. Sharon passed, mute. In-laws, avoided eyes. Robert last, suitcases, heavy. Face swollen, Mom, any way to fix. Forgiveness isn't courtesy. Earn responsibility without my aid. Officers returned, they departed, dust. Clouds, fading lights. Young officer, you okay, ma'am? I smiled genuine, yes, alone. Porch vigil till darkness. Silence enveloped peaceful. Full, inside, locked door. Adrenaline ebbed. Cleaned remnants, mind replaying. Decades, first bailout at 23 vacation, money for rent. Credit card debt post, apartment payoff. $15,000 wedding. Overrun delaying cabin 3 years. Tears came release, not sorrow. 4 postponed dreams, self-denial. Upstairs, photos in boxes. Rehung each, reclaiming space. History, fire lit, tea brewed. Cancellations, confirmed. Robert's text, please. Reconsider, reply, love isn't. Disrespect, learn, blocked. 3-day silence at cabin walks. Reads, simple meals, deep sleep. Doubt crept, but peace prevailed. 4th day, city return, bank. Insurance form signed. Messages ignored please. Blame, Lucy called, numbers exposed dependency on my $800. Live within means, I said. Hung up, Sharon texted, insurance void. Bus, I replied. 2 weeks firm, updates dwindled. Robert, fired bus delays, fights erupted. Bank, overdue. Joe, Lucy to $400 room. Sharon cleaning nights, voicemails, collapse detailed. I walked, woods, held boundary. Sharon called, admitted fault, changes underway. Actions, not words. Months for closure, tiny apartment. Furniture sold, dual jobs. Counselor called Robert changing. Grateful for, wake up. Christmas Eve, Robert's call thanks, growth, no asks. Hope flickered, cautious. Sharon's text, apology, understanding. No reply time would tell, snow fell. Firewarmed.com a phone blocked, still. Boundaries held. I, Alice Martin, 61. Prioritized self. Justice, liberation, freedom. Love now, taught strength, not sacrifice. If Robert returned with years of proof, perhaps on my terms, my dignity intact. If you're watching this video, please give it a like, subscribe to Instant Revenge, and share in the comments where you're hearing this story from. I'd love to know how far it's traveled.